I'm allowed to complain a bit, right? I'm allowed to have a complaining video now and then. This is going to be a complaint video. So feel free to tune out if you don't want to hear some complaints. And I'm putting you all on blast. You're on notice as of right now because I want to know how the algorithm is actually working. You know that magic box where videos go in and then people see them and people don't know what happens in the box? How does it work? I don't know. I don't know how to do anything that people want, right? I don't know how to play this game. I can make something that performs. I can do it again. It won't perform. There is no, from what I can tell, there is no relationship between effort and outcome. In fact, I think probably the algorithm really works against you in the beginning and then probably just helps you later on. Why wouldn't it? I guess if you were very popular, YouTube knows that you're a known quantity, so they keep pushing it. And I do not want, I don't want to be huge, right? But nobody likes to lose at a game. This is a game I'm playing. And I can't understand why certain things, they're almost the same as the thing before and they do not perform. And in fact, it really feels like the very people who were commenting in a previous video do not come back for the video that is essentially for them. I'm trying to put it very nicely. There's two main points here. One has to do with the away missions, like I'm doing now, these vlogs, if you will. And the other thing has to do with 3D projects I'm working on or have worked on. I had actually the last, I believe, away mission in this very car. I was talking about Starfleet Academy, topical, right? 1.1 thousand views. For no effort. I didn't do anything. And yes, it's topical. That's a big help. But I know that another one about the same topic will not perform. In fact, I've made videos about Starfleet Academy before that, and they did not perform admirably insofar as this channel is concerned. And that's an example of an extremely low effort video. I know they're relatively low effort video in my second point on the 3D modeling stuff. I made a video about TOS on PS1 or something. You know, old style graphics, retro graphics. That's the in thing right now, and I do happen to like it. The first one I did, I think I did it in 2 weeks or less on a whim. It was kind of a joke. That's why it was so unrealistic in terms of graphical stylings. I read every comment. I took everything to heart. I took in the constructive criticism. I did research. I took 2.5 months to do the sequel. Okay, so the TOS on PS1, the first video, I just did it because I found the plugin for Blender to let me kind of make PSX graphics, PS1. That was fun. I made the video fun. I made it for fun. Did it on a whim, kind of as a joke. So it wasn't super accurate. It got thousands of views. After all the effort, reading the comments, the complaints, the criticism, taking it all in, researching it, having updates in the form of video, like vlogs like this you're watching now, get people involved. I think I worked it out last night to be about 300 hours of work. I beta tested it with people privately to see what they thought about it. And then I even did the A/B testing for the title of the video. And I couldn't crack 200 views on TNG on PS1. So what is the lesson learned here? Don't try. Don't really put in a lot of effort. Is that what you do? Like, have I been going about everything incorrectly? Effort is nebulously related to outcome here. There's a tenuous relationship between effort and outcome, and that's kind of sad. And I've gotten into this kind of style in my brain of putting in a certain amount of effort and then stopping and just throwing it out. Because if you're always putting in this max effort and you're very rarely getting a reciprocal performance for the video, it's suggesting to you to not try as hard, right? If this is a game to be played, to kind of play it like a game, like, oh, wouldn't it be fun to hit 400 subs? Wouldn't it be fun if we could get about 100 views per each video on the regular? And I'm very happy with the performance of the last few videos, regards to Starfleet Academy. It has to be topical, I guess. And another thing that's very, very scary about this, it's the people who come in and comment. I love them. They thank me for not being a super hyperbolic jerk about how I format these reviews, and not being totally bought in on any certain angle. I'm just trying to be very, very honest. That does not sell. It doesn't work. I guess if everybody who thought like that and agreed with me like this clicked like, it might work, but it does not perform. Whenever the Star Trek property, the Star Trek show or what have you, that is current, whenever there's a feeling in the air that it's bad, my videos perform better. So we're, I don't know, gluttons for punishment. We like bad things. It's more fun for Star Trek to be bad. Is that what's being suggested? Or is it human nature that when you enjoy something, you just kind of be quiet? Oh, I'm just quiet and I'm just kind of watching it. Like Lower Decks and Prodigy. By this logic, Lower Decks and Prodigy are the best Star Trek shows from the New Trek era. They must be. They get the least engagement from me. That's been my experience. And the worst one is Picard. That's what it means. It's either that or Strange New Worlds. Discovery is long gone. But it seems to suggest that, because my channel is underperforming during the good shows and performing well during the bad shows. So it suggests that Starfleet Academy is bad so far. The system is saying that. That's not me. This is the system in place. And the system has desires. And it will propagate the evolution of a certain creator. And I guess in extreme circumstances, a certain type of viewer. And it always gets what it wants. And it does that, and it works like that because they know that people naturally don't like speaking into the void, right? It's discouraging because, I guess in a more down-to-earth realm of reality, in a different mode of reality, effort was, reciprocal kind of to outcome. And not to get too philosophical, but the further levels of abstraction you go across or away from that center of reality, that kernel of reality, the less that seems true, and the more success seems like an enigma, right? So because of this, in a broad sense, I'm confronted with the idea, the thought, the inkling in my mind that every time a video has worked, it's a complete enigma. And every time I try to repeat that success, because it's telling me that people liked it, why would I not want to give people what they want? All other things being equal, wouldn't I like making people happy? Yes. I try to do it. It does not work. The very commentators that were talking in the previous video do not come back. Like, I love you all, but it's like if people love this video and they comment and saying, this is such a great point, and I make a sequel to this video, it will have no views or no likes. Don't you think that they would hit like again? But I'm not impugning exactly anybody in particular. I'm just telling you how the rules of the jungle here, right? That's just how it works here in the jungle that is YouTube. You can't see someone's face. You don't know who they are really. You can't you can't build this relationship with people. You can't have sometimes you can, but you can't have a consistent stream of customers coming. I feel very bad for people who actually make this their job. How do they do it? How do they manage to have a constant stream of people that they can rely on so that they can continue living? I don't know how it works, but I know that the harder you push, the more people do it, the more confused the algorithm is, and the harder it is for anything to break through this barrier, right? This mysterious black void that is called the algorithm. And no one person can understand it, because if they were capable of understanding it, they could game that system. Little tricks like this have happened before where people have gamed the algorithm, and it's always terrible. You want the enigma of success. That is the strange video that you click on and say, wow, that was pretty good. That's it. That's what you're looking for. Isn't that your dream? I would like it if this video could perform. It won't. But, because this video is kind of for me to complain. I'm venting a little bit. I'm sorry. And I usually never do this. And I try to formulate reviews as such. But the TNG on PS1 video was challenging. A lot more so than the TOS on PS1 was. Go compare them. The first one performed a lot better, minimal effort, a lot more effort, hardly any views. And I'm planning a video that's way, way harder. And I'm asking myself, why waste the time? Why do that? I could just do this video in this car and possibly get 2,000 views. Why would I ever put the effort in? Either that, or people are just kind of averse now to high production stuff. They're averse to the idea because it seems so with the grain of YouTube. I can understand this other angle too, but it is odd, the entire system. And I'm not going to talk your ear off too much more, but I'm Lieutenant Mark, and I wish there was numerical encouragement for continuing with the hard videos. I make this video in the car. Someone did complain before that I should go back to doing videos with the 3D background, like the review style. And none of those videos are going to perform like a car video will, somehow. Anyway, I'm Lieutenant Mark, and I'm going to see you next time I see you. So long.